Okay, g'day everyone and welcome. Hope everyone's well. Before we do begin, just draw your attention to the standard disclaimer that says everything is for educational purposes only. And you are responsible for your trading decisions. Okay, let's jump in. Got some good, couple of quick lessons today too, folks. So, just want to show you those. Before we start though, let's go over the trades from yesterday. That's all important. The ones that have triggered. Euro dollar. Remember we said about this base. Alright, so what is of importance, and those of you that are my personal students, you will know the importance of market structure document. So one of the things you can add to it is, how do trends end? We've got the, the big climactics, we've got the little push, and then we try and get the trade back in there. Yes, we know that one. But another type is when they just slowly run out of puff, right? What they often do, this is where trade opportunity exists, is they'll do that, and what they do then is they give the base on the 4 hour, okay? So you can see here it's given the base through here, nice little base, and that provides opportunity once it gets, look, above the 4 hour 20, all right? So you notice here with these, there's no separation on the, right? There's no separation on the, there's not enough separation like this to profit, okay? So that trade that we look for, that push, is out of the question. You do get it, look, but there's just not enough room. See here, look. That one worked, but that's still not really enough. So you wait for the base, price gets above the 20, then you can drop down and look for the trade on the 60 minute. But in this example, we actually had a setup on the 4 hour as well. All right, hi there, Dave. All right, so nice base through here. All right, you could take that as well, but this one was valid, right, the middle here. So then we had a push up, and we had an outside bar, which in GAN language is like that with a swing, okay? But either way, this was a level we marked out. So we had a nice push here, we had a quasi 1, 2, 3, and then we had an outside bar here. Right, nice setup, right? Now these three in themselves as well, have a think about what this is. All right? You might know, multi. Have a think about what that is. Right? So this one here, look, we've got the outside bar, and that one triggered through there. So that was a great entry. Your initial stop under here, once this closed, your stop can be under the outside bar there. So this is the IO, all right? The inside outside. Inside bar, outside bar, all right? Usually pushes in the direction. So we had a little igniting pattern in a terrific spot. All right, so that's in fact, that is worthy. We've got the inside bar here, see this? That's actually worthy of adding. All right, I'll show you how I do it. Look, I've got a page set up just for, a clean, I do teach on this as well, as most of you know. Got a clean chart set up. Go and find Euro. Where are you? Euro, 4 hour, nice and clean. Little structure in there. Zoom in. I'll zoom out so I can see the context. Volume may or may not be important. Save as. All right. Setups. I've got all my setups, candlesticks and bar patterns. All right. Where is it? IO. All right, there it is there. No, I'm not going to call it BWX. It is Euro USD for our IO. All right, well, there it is. So there's an example in my, as a playbook example. All right. So that's how I usually do it. So it's nice and clean. Otherwise, when I do presentations, it's got all the mess all over it. All right, so euro dollar. So that was the entry there. Beautiful entry there. Now, if you were dropping down, so you can take the entry off the 4 hour if it presents. Once we get above the 20, like here, we've got a test, pull back, look in there for a 60 minute as well. But notice here, the beautiful setup through here on the 60 minute. This was the break we were looking for. Well, came right here. Right, and you can easily then put your stop look under the 20. So I think that was about a 20 something pip stop. Yep, 25. All right, so kind of, there we go, did it in the first 2 bars, 3 bars. All right. Then we had another, and I think you and I were looking at this one, Dave, right? The ABC here, so well spotted. All right, gave a couple of targets here. I'll show you how I derived that. All right, so you can see got into that first one. So how I derived those is, oh boy. All right, so the base structure through here, the high low projected up 61% and 200. All right, so I'm taking the height of the base, projecting up 61, 200. Now, the 200 we mightn't get to. We may get to it eventually, but notice the nice price void through here. All right, this is pretty good. All right, and that kind of coincides, part of that coincides with this one. So it wouldn't surprise me to see it up there. The other areas will be the 20, which is rather high. All right, well, get back to that one anyway. So that was how I derived those 2 out of the base. All right. Some of you may be seeing the base as this. That's still okay. I felt that was a bit high in there. And this looks like it's slightly lower. So that was the anchor. And I could clearly see consolidation there. Yes, multi. So yeah, very good. So when we take these sort of trades, even with the base, we're just looking once again if there's room back to the 8 on the daily. So multi's got it. So let's have a look at the daily and we will see. So you see we're getting very close. So the chance of hitting this one without a rejection, right, may be slim. So if price gets near that, just take it. Take the profit. All right. If that's your one and only target. All right. Because you've got to remember too, data's all different on different platforms. But that is the first place for it to that's the first place for it to get rejected. Now, when I say rejected enough, for it to kind of stop us out. All right? But notice the big separation here now. All right? So these big climactic moves set up quite a few different setups, don't they? So they set up the climactic first. They set up the base, and then they set up the moving average separation trade. All right? So let's see how this plays out in here. Might mill around for a day, and then we're looking for a push up into the 20. All right? And there's a good 30, 40 pips a lot of times in that region. Now, 30, 40 pips on euro is not bad, considering that we're looking for 25 sort of pip stops. So they're the trade. So there's a couple of different ones of these. So I thought I would just, that was one that was on the list. The other one that I looked at yesterday, and I didn't mention it, I looked at it previously and I said about the pound. Okay, so you see the pound is doing it? Doing this very similar, but there's not a lot of room. See that? So I left that out. All right. But look, see the base structure? So, you know, if this is your sort of trade that you like, keep that in mind. Right? How do I know this? Did somebody teach me this? No, this is just from observation. Okay? As to, you know, what works. Yeah, we've certainly got that, but, you know, chances of it not rejecting there are quite high. And it all comes from this climactic move, and these are all reversion to the mean trades, aren't they? Look, you can take that one on a shorter time frame if you want. It is a base. Let's put the targets on. So the high of the base to the low of the base. Right here. A couple of projections up. There's the 161. There's the 200. All right. So you can see 25262. So it's putting it up in this region on the daily. All right. Excuse me. So I didn't include it for that. All right. So there's a couple of other quick lessons as well. WTI. Now this one, multi, this is the nested pullback. All right. Let's have a look at the context first. We've got a base here on the daily. We're actually looking for this to see whether we could go long, but there wasn't enough room here. But see, this is the separation trade as well. See it here? It's just done it all in one go, all right, hasn't it? And I think that would have been it there. 83.43. Yeah, that was it there. All right. So see what it does, and then it rejects. Tested the 20 and rejects. There wasn't enough room in there. I didn't call that one, but the one that I like is, I'll show you, is this setup. So go back to my clean page. WTI 4 hour. We've got the base, sorry, the top through here, the distribution top. We have the breakdown, pullback. Now often this is the breakout pullback. So we've actually got the IO here as well, and that's triggered, right? But notice here, when we get breakdowns, this is what I'm looking for, all right? The breakout pullback. Right. So notice how well this one came in at or near the 20. So this is actually A, B, shallow C, entry through B, and there's the result. But this is also the single leg with the nested pullback. See that, multi? Well, it's a bit of an unusual one, but it is actually A, B, C. All right. So this is what the nested pullback looks like. You know, a single leg push, and then we've just got this little nest in here, and then it goes. All right. So it's a bit of a, you know, bit of a quasi one. It's very tight, but it is more an A, B, shallow C. All right. So that's a great example of breakout pullback. All right. In fact, I'm going to add that one. All right. So chart, setups, pullbacks. Most of you know. Look at all my different types of pullbacks. All right. So we've got the breakout pullback. There we go. Add it. There we go. Breakout pullback. All right. So, you know, I would like to think that I'm especially skilled and gifted, but it's called hard work. I think my ex used to say I was special. I didn't know in what regard. I was hoping it was good. All right, so let's have a look at this one. Our Aussie SPY. All right, now at first glance, now this will be a good lesson too. First glance, we've got an IO kind of opposite here. At first glance, this looks like not a bad AB shallow C, doesn't it? Take the breakout, get short. All right. So yes, that could play out, but what I'm actually thinking here is this. Notice price at this point is kind of hovering and using the 20 right here as resistance. See, it's kind of consolidating at resistance. All right. It's actually just got one swing in there now, but if it did that, all right. So often it will do that and then it will pop and reverse, all right? What would make me think that that may be what plays out? Have a think about it, folks. What would make me think that that would play out to the upside rather than the down? Yes, it could still break. If it does, if it pops into here, you know, with strength, yes, that would be a good, even just to test the low, that would be a nice little trade. What makes me think it is this big climactic leg. All right? Generally, we want price action to look relatively smooth, don't we? And this is not it. We've got this climactic leg. All right? So what is noticeable, even more noticeable, is on the daily, see? The big extension away. All right? So just add that as well, you know, with your setups. You know, when you've got a climactic situation and it looks like a continuation, the probability is a little less. All right? And look, we're at support as well. All right, I'll show you some examples where that is kind of slightly different, but it's had time to do its thing and then drop. All right? Yes, dynamic support and resistance, absolutely. All right? We say that's a valid concept. All right? You can see it, it's testing it. All right, so yeah, TriStar. On which one, multi? Sorry, I'm probably Miles. Yes, yeah, this could be a squeeze. Yes, you got to remember the squeeze play will do it on anything, won't it? All right. Pound Oz. So this is actually kind of turned into a workshop as well, isn't it? All right. So yeah, Pound Oz. Look, I didn't mind this. We were looking for this the other day. I just didn't want to see it so deep. Wanted to see it go a little bit sort of weaker through here. But yeah, good observation. A, B, C. Yeah, and look, a breakout of, a breakout pullback. Yeah, breakout of this. What is that? Yep. Yeah, good observation. So that's the daily anchor. Yeah, well done. All right, so where's the anchors here? All right, so we're actually, when we get price acceptance short, which we've got here, we're actually in a downtrend. All of this price action is actually downtrending. So yes, that's the daily anchor. In other words, see, here it is here, you know. Here, we've broken that, and then we've just milled around and done this, and now we're up here, and that's the point where we're at here. Yeah, very good. All right, so that's a strong level. So yes, we've got the slight breakout through, and then, yeah, we've got the pullback. So buy rights, yes, it is a breakout pullback because we've already broken out, taken out some of the orders. I kind of prefer, you know, the break, you know, to be sort of solid breakout, but it is, it's still the same, isn't it? The good thing about this one, we spoke about this the other day, didn't we? This looks like third wave price action. This definitely looks like fourth wave zigzag that we spoke about. So in time, I want to see this out. So I did see this one. I just thought it could do with a couple of days or a day or two. All right, to kind of get in that better position. Now in here, which I'll talk about on a crypto example. All right, so cover the price for yes, multi, yes, well done. All right, so here's another one from today. I think it was. Is this it? I don't. Certainly not on this platform. What was it? Yes, here we go. Yes, this is it. Beautiful. See that? Yes. All right. So notice this. Big move down. Right? And see it's using the 8. This is exactly what we just spoke about, multi, isn't it? Using it as resistance, and then it finally pops. All right? So we've seen this on a lot of the cryptos. And this is an example where I like to see here it is here. I like to see price get above. Here's the short term, right? Get above there. Otherwise we risk, this just turning into exactly what we spoke about, all right? And you can see the big separation in here, all right? So I like to see that. I like to see the 8 kicking up into the 20 like that look. Now let me show you that on the 1 minute, because this is exactly what we're looking for on these cryptos. Yep, here it is. Beautiful. All right, good. All right, so notice here, big move down. So notice it tests the 20. So here's the 20 here. Look, it attempts to break short, but then we actually get it sideways, right? And starting to kind of give us that, this one, look. Right? It's called a right hand extension. See it here? Look, then we got the shakeout here, and then it goes. I caught this trade today. Something like this, for those that are into the cryptos, something like this is what I want to see before I get long, okay? Otherwise, we're in this position with a lot of these cryptos, all right? So it's kind of, yes, we've got the big climactic. Is it going to drop? And I said that about Bitcoin. Remember I said I'm expecting another leg down in Bitcoin? That's exactly what we got. So this is quite a bit of confirmation. You know, it can do it, you know, kind of from here, and that's enough. All right, but see how, you know, see how it's kind of ended, and then we've got that final shake, the push up into here. All right, so it kind of did that twice. And then when it does finally start to push, notice the look of the moving averages, whereas here, it's kind of the 20th kind of flat, and then it looks good. All right, so I thought that would be a couple of good examples. I know I've kind of gone over a huge amount all in one go, but look, take what you can from it. Let me show you, here we go, let me show you BGB. Is what I like today. All right, so look, yes, distribution, right? We got the breakout pullback, but notice that it came down, and notice it got back above here, right? And we got the moving averages changed. That's what I liked about this, right? I only saw it here, right? So I got in, you know, that sort of move there. But notice we start to get a different look. Here's the 20, right? See that? That's what I want to see to get into these cryptos in this area. All right. Remember I said about Bitcoin? Look. Oops. There's my chart all marked up. Remember. Oops. Remember I said, expecting the push down. So we had the, look, we had the climactic here. And here, see, it just tagged the 20 and it dropped. Remember I said, expecting a push lower. We've got it, look, on volume. So until we kind of get, now this is a 4 hour, until we get above the 20 on the 4 hour, like this, and into an area like that, I'm not even going to consider it. All right. Notice here on Bitcoin too, I spoke about this, look. A, B, look at where C is. Look at where price paused. All right. Right on it. So this is A, this is B, and this is C of the flat corrective. Remember we did this? 3 waves down, 3 waves up, 5 down into C. Remember I said 5 hadn't been done here into C, and I said I was expecting another leg lower. That's exactly what we got. All right. And this is where, you know, Elliott wave principle works, but it takes time. All right. It's very I found it very accurate, but I find it very time consuming as well. All right. So you can see I've got my things that I want to see. So the blue trend line in there to the low. All right, let's get back to land of the living. All right, so some good lessons there. All right, look, I had them all written down as I was doing my so Thursday, risk off. Still all right, so we're still pushing down on all the markets. But look, the VIX is kind of kicking back a bit. So we could easily get a little push up here. All right, I said that yesterday. Notice we're basing out here on the Dow. All right, so here's from our lesson just before, isn't it? Here's the 4 hour, look. We're basing out, we are. All right. Does that mean I just instantly jump in long? No. Right? We want to see, as we said before, and you saw the example on the euro. You know, we wait for it to get up above the 20, and that look of, you know, what we saw, and then that provides the, you know, a high probability opportunity in there. But not yet. Hey Ben, I thought you were there. Yes, exactly. It is. But I've studied it for, gosh, it was one of the first things I learned. So what, 18, 19 years? I'm currently sitting my certified Elliott wave analyst exam. I've been sitting it for the last 6 months. I just haven't booked it in. All right? So that gives me the accreditation of that as well. I look at it, makes so much sense, and it really appeals, you know, to my analytical brain. All right, dollar index. Remember this? I said about the push down here. There you go. We're getting that. Euro dollar. Just spoke about it. Gold, silver. Just doing nothing. Gold and silver. All right, the cryptos. The Bitcoin. Look, I've marked this one up as well. See this? There's my levels. Look, it's right to it. All right, so now what? All right, so we've got the Bitcoin halving in, what, a day and a half. All right, So I was expecting 1, 2, you still got 5, into 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm looking for 5 here. Very good. So this is what I'm looking for. It's a typical Elliott wave cycle. Look, 1, 2, sharp 3, 4, 5, and then it starts the cycle again. All right. This is a very basic lesson. 3, 4, 5 of a larger 1. See that? And then we get A, B, C, or some sort of corrective into larger 2, and then the cycle starts again. So that's the 8 waves cycle. Okay. So these can be very different types. All right. So with that in mind, you can see that's what I'm looking for. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this was right. One of the rules is wave 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 cannot go into the territory of wave 1. That's true. Remember I spoke about that the other day? We've got that. So notice here, see we've got the zigzag. See we've got the ABC there into 4. So coming out of that now, it looks like this is 1, 2, and I mean, is this 3? So this could even actually drop further. Right? The only way this is going to pause here is if this turns into like an ending diagonal. But it's kind of not there yet. So, all right, so that's what I'm trying to make sense of this leg down here. This one here is pushed into here, so that can't be smaller. 1, 2, 3, 4. That can't be 4. So this really can only be like 1, 2, and a smaller 1, 2 of an, like 5 is extending. Now that implies that this is going to be very deep, and I don't think that's the case. However, what I think is irrelevant. All right, so you can see I've done a lot of work on these. I'm interested in these. All right, so look, we've got a nice channel, a nice trend line through there as well. All right, so we've broken the low. So this kind of wait and see now. All right. So you can see this here. All right. It's unusual. I could be wrong in as far as this A, B, and then see this here, C here. There's 5 up into that as well. All right. So then that could be, but that still gives us 1, 2. So yeah, look, that's, so we've got to go with, look, even the 60-minute down, ABC pullback, looks like it's dropping through here again. All right, so we've got to go with that, don't we? We can't argue with the trend until it's kind of done. Ethereum though has it given us, look, very similar count in here. It hasn't dropped yet. Look. See where I've got C dropping too? That'll be, now C is more like a zigzag. See this? And you can see the 5 in there as well. See, you see little 1, 2, 3, 4. So this needs to drop very quickly to give us 5. Well, with that Bitcoin halving coming up, this will be quite interesting. Right? You can have a truncated 5. In other words, 5 doesn't break the low. Right? Well, they're rare. Alright, Ripple, I said about Ripple was the only one that looked long. And see what it was doing? See, it was testing the 20 again. But now it's running out of time. See that? What I was looking for was a push from here up into the short-term moving average. So I've actually exited half of my position already. Yeah, very good, Ben. So see what this is doing? See, it's just going sideways into the 8. So this feels like it could drop. This had the best opportunity to test the 8. We just didn't get any follow through. I got a nice little push there, but it wasn't enough to take profit. My first profit was around this high, which would have put it in at that point, put it in around the 8 on the daily, but didn't get there. So I'm just cutting that. Just trying to bail out of it. All right, so what is it that I do like? All right, so risk off. All right, I'm going to go through these quick. All right, so Euro Oz. This is just resistance. Anchors here. So we're uptrending, momentum. Nice push, pause through here. 60-minute. Sorry, the 4-hour. All right, you can see we've got a nice push into here. Got a nice base here. Momentum through here. So this looks like 1, 2, 1, 2. So let me make that clearer. See here? You like this one, Ben? This is a good example. This is a better example. Larger 1, 2. 2 can be very deep. Smaller 1, 2, 3, and looking for 4 up into 5. Right? So got a little, very little 2. You can see we've got the 8. So we might get an early entry there. Otherwise, it's going to be kind of round B, isn't it? All right, so we've got a nice little pop through here, holding that. Here's the 20. So look, it's a bit sort of messy in there, but see what we can get through here. Euro yen. Euro yen, look, a big flat corrective in here. See this here, look, 3. That one actually didn't give us too much at the low. 1, 2, 1, 2. Anyway, look, it's pushing back up, pushing into this high. I know it's kind of look like it's wedging a little bit. It's not the cleanest, I'll admit that, but ultimately want to see it up into B through here and give us something in there. That's probably a story for a couple of days. Euro New Zealand, excuse me. Test of the high. So this is our breakout pullback again. So I want to see this push through. Give us a move through here. Pound New Zealand. All right, so just testing this level again. Yes, I do, Ben, look for 4th or 5th wave of tech numbers. Yes, I do. So we've still got this one in play. Look, got the V reversal, got the bit of a shakeout through here. So really, want to see it back up into the high. Same thing. Look, it's kind of still okay, but needs to kind of prove itself in this region. Dollar Thai baht. Same thing. A lot of these is messy. Dollar Thai baht's messy. Had a push here. So this is the breakout pullback again. Well, it might give us something through there, or at least something around the high. It's not bad. It's a lot of wicks here. A lot of selling pressure, just be mindful of that. Okay, counter trend long. CAD yen. I do, Ben. Both. So retracement levels, extension levels, and targets. All right. I showed you the base target. All right, CAD yen, looking for a continuation through here. You can see I've got the A, B, C marked out here. We're getting close to B. All right, and we've got another IO through here. All right, so this is not bad. All right. Stop through here, above B here. It's almost about to trigger. I know it's close to the high there. And that's unfortunate because, let me show you why. This is Swiss Singapore that we liked the other day. Got this big base on the daily. See the move on the weekly, got the base on the daily. Right, this was nice through here. Look, it just didn't follow through. I had my target here, didn't give it to me. Right, and my stop through here, bailed part of it here, and then the rest of it stopped out. So that was about a 0.8 loss. But this is setting up again. All right, so there's B through there. All right, so a few of you know the concept of, look, weakening trend, and then we get a reset. This trend starts to weaken, and then we get the reset, and off it goes. So that could be it there. All right, but look, because of the structure, you know, I'd want to see one or two bars back. But you can see it's got the look, it's got the right look. So I'm happy to have another attempt at that one, at the high. You know, it's looking pretty good. Euro CAD, counter trend, long. Same thing. Look, it's kind of it is a little messy. I'll grant it that. Got the nice push through here, pull back here. So we're getting the squeeze play. Something like that. We've got the nice momentum push there on CAD news. Got the swing through here, Ben, that hasn't triggered yet. If it goes below the low, you know it goes down like that. But it looks kind of like, you know, and if we get back up into this region, it'll be just an ABC. So you can see it's using the 200 as, and squeezing into it. So if we can get a bit of a push there, that's worth taking. It's kind of a little bit of a B grade. Yeah, very. Thanks, Ben. Appreciate the vote of confidence. All right, the other one, New Zealand yen. Still same. Can we have a bit of a messy? Got a declining 20 on the daily. Not quite as concerned because it does kick up. But the 4 hour, look, we've got the pullback. So notice this, we've got the pullback, and now it's starting to. Remember, I've said to you about like these cryptos and that. I want to see price in this area. So notice New Zealand yen is a classic example of that. So here's the anchor, right? So we're down, and we're testing this, So either looking for the breakout pullback, or a little pause on the 60-minute and through. Here's the 20. Sorry, here's the 8. Here's the 20. Not bad. Yes, Multi. So look, they're ones to just consider. They're not, a lot of them are kind of A minus. I'm not seeing any, A plus trades. All right, so that's what I'm seeing, folks. Bit of a mixed bag again. Not much news. A little bit of news tonight, my time. 4 hours or something. So just be mindful of that. Let the trades come to you as usual. Good session, folks. Big session. Some good lessons in there. And sorry, I did see, and I completely missed it. Sorry, Aaron. Saw your note here about Singapore yen. Oh yeah, I'll actually do that because I'm in that too. Sorry, folks. You're probably all gone. Singapore yen is still good. I took it through here. My stop was here, not right under this bar. We had this push here. Remember I said about that one, if it closes, not bad, bring your stop up under there. And then we, I didn't quite get any target there. Then we had this bar here. I've survived this. All right. So I'm still in this. So I can see you've taken a partial. And, sometimes you've got to just let it breathe a little bit. I know, we try and sort of be very, so 137. Okay, that's about there, Aaron. Your stop was 13137. Okay. Oh, okay, that was your original. Oh, you took some off at 221. Yeah, okay, up here. Yeah, mine was there and I was happy to hold that. Would I have been, had I seen this, which I didn't see it, and I was actually disappointed because my first target is just here. It's right on it. It didn't get to it. So I was a bit annoyed with that. I got in here and I think my original was there. Look, yeah, and it just missed it by a couple of pips. So, yeah. Look, you're right. Maybe somewhere through there. That's probably not bad. We've got a decent push here on the 60 minute. So, yeah, my stop is still here. I could probably bring it up under there. Yeah, I can probably bring it up under that one. We get another pop through the high. Happy to bring it up under there. Oh, okay. You were looking at the 60 minute. This is Aaron. Okay, well, look, yeah, taking 50% off. Okay, well, hopefully the rest of it's pushing. I'm into that as well. May have had your initial stop loss a bit tight. Look at the 1 hour. Yeah, fair enough. Well, look, you're probably right. If that was your entry, the 60 minute, you're right to take a bit out. Yeah, 60, the push through there, stop in there. Yeah, okay, yeah, partial through there and the rest of it there. Okay, yeah, not bad, because look, this was a good little quasi cut with handle. It's just, you can see it's really just having trouble, isn't it? Thanks, Warwick. Well, I hope that helps, Aaron. But yeah, I mean, look, it was a couple of the trades this week. I've taken a couple of losers in a row, which is not my norm. It's given a little drop in my equity curve, but otherwise reasonable. So, but I felt this was worth taking. So I'm still in that. Happy that. All right, good session, folks. Hope you can take some lessons away from that. This is where trading is an art. You would know this, Ben. What's his name? Talks about it all the time, doesn't he? What's his name again? Dale. The art and science of trading. So does a couple of others. The art is, what's climactic? When is it due to turn, or is it just a natural pullback? And seeing the patterns that it forms in there, and this is where I say, trading is a 3 to 4 year degree. So there we go. All right, folks, take care, trade safe, and talk to you tomorrow. Bye for now.